So I want to get into another conversation. I don't know if you all have watched this Roundtable. It's featuring quite a few black men. I believe it's on, I think it's called Sister Wong and Conscious Lee or something like that. Conscious Lee is at the table along with Nathan from Insecure. Can't think of his last name. Is it Brown? Not sure. You got Luke from The Shy, Clifton Powell. It's just the Jay Fonz from P Valley. So you got fathers on this panel. You have men that don't have children. You have a transgender man on there. You have a gay man on the panel, and it was that he was sitting right next to the gay guy. I'm not sure, he looked like he could be Hispanic, but I watched the whole 2 hours. It was pretty good, but I want us to check out this clip because it's a trip for more reasons than one.
Pinky?
Yes. Okay.
Wait up, nigga. Hold up, nigga.
Let us get into it.
No men like you.
Whole era than any of you Negroes is talking about. And I'm not saying I'm right, but most of this was laid on our parents.
Yeah.
My father was born in 1915. His grandparents were slaves. So it's not your mother's fault. It's not your father's fault. It's not your fault. We were born into 450 years of post-slavery PTSD. I am 69, be 70 in March. I've just learned how to love. Our parents didn't know how to love. Their parents didn't know how to love. And if I could say anybody maybe had an edge, it was the women. That's why I celebrate Black women. I live with a psychiatrist, forensics detective, gangster, loving, who's just been patient with me to teach me how to love. I called my buddy, man. I said, I'm fucking up, bro, really bad. So I never been monogamous. So I don't fucking know
what age did you become monogamous?
Today. We don't talk about dopamine being in a pleasant center of the brain. Oxytocin is called the cuddle hormone. So a lot of times we're just talking in generalities. A counselor is gonna get inside of this from a real scientific perspective. So when I hurt my girl, which I've done over and over, and I commend her for even being with me, I call one of my partners who's brilliant. He said, when you hurt somebody, where you leave them is where they stay. So I think our parents, our grandparents, our uncles, our people that raised us, it all comes from out of all of that.
One thing that I just want to talk about, accountability, like, yes, we can talk about what our families did to us, but eventually comes a point where you have to decide, how do I want to live my life? I haven't talked to my daddy in 6 years. I don't give a fuck about what my family has gone through. I know where I will go. So it's like, you can only say that for so long. Black women are tired. Everybody in here, several people have talked about going to counseling. Have that upon yourself. Stop waiting for a woman to tell you what you need to do. Take that upon yourself.
Let me address that real quickly. For me, I didn't know fucking how to love.
Can I say one more thing? No, I have to say this, because another thing that happens is, too, you live your life for so long, and I'm not meaning no disrespect by this.
It's all right, just say it, bro.
But when you hit your 60s and your 70s, I want to be right.
Okay, but let me.
I want to live my life right. I want someone to take care of me and protect me, and that's what a lot of women have issues with.
Because I'm living it right the fuck now.
As I said, I said 60s and 70s.
Let me say this.
Don't overtalk me.
I'm gonna fucking overtalk you because
you're
talking out
but you're not gonna disrespect me.
You don't know what the fuck you talking about.
I am.
I do. Love it.
I do.
You don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Oh, I do.
You can't.
I do.
You don't know it, nigga.
I do.
Good. You don't know what the fuck you do. You can't tell me what the fuck I'm living, nigga. You cannot fix no shit that you don't even know is happening. Let's get to the truth of this shit. You can't fix no shit unless you meet somebody on another level to help you elevate to understand. I'm not indicting anybody. I'm telling you what the shit is. You can't fix some shit that you don't know about, bro. And then you get there at 69 or 70 and say, I thought I was being loved all this time. I come from a whole nother era.
Yo, watching this and everything being so calm across the board. First of all, I think his name was it Joseph Irvin? He was tagging them. Like, shout out to him.
I enjoyed it.
He was on point with the things that he was saying, but I just feel like Clifton really got upset with this young man because he really called his card to truth. Okay. Like, you did wait this long. Like, you said it out your mouth. He is just reminding you of what you said out your mouth, and you were offended because you don't want to be held accountable for your shit. And that's why that lady been sitting up here dealing with your ass for that long. And I don't know why she has, but this is who we are. But
he got with a different lady. Is that what he was saying? It sounded like he said
a new lady now. But he was married until like 2008, I think. And I think when
that's the one that dealt with him.
Yes, that's it. Still his like best friend, the way he talked about her.
But now
Oh.
he's saying he hasn't learned until he met the new lady, right?
Well, that's
To
how it
teach him.
always
That's
happens.
kind of what it did sound like.
That's
But
how it
what
happens. They
what I
gotta.
wanted to add was that he definitely was a hit dog. I just think it was funny as hell because to the other man, the young man's point, he said it shouldn't take another woman or the basically off the heels of black women to tell you what you need. Like you want black women to be the therapist and help you do this and help you elevate. But the thing is, a black woman that he was with prior to who filed for divorce in 2008, she probably told him all the shit he needed to do to keep the relationship and he didn't want to do it then. It is not until she left and you got with somebody new that you want to talk through the shit, make her your therapist. When the woman you was with probably was telling you that from jump, you just didn't want to get the help because you felt like you didn't have to change because she had been with you for however long. So that's why he was hollering. Ooh, that was a kiki.
And because they enjoy the battle. They all like try to act like they don't enjoy fighting with you or trying to weaken your sensibilities, but they do. And to me, because it then leans to the power that they have, because they recognize the power in a woman. But for them to be able to have power over said woman empowers them even more. And so to watch a woman be emotionally manipulated and willing to do so many things beneath herself that they wouldn't be willing to do for that man, the men do, I think, get high off of the fact that they're able to do that. They fuck up until the end and then get with a new one. And then now they know the things that they need to do to change. Yes, somebody said Mike Epps. Yeah, Mike Epps. Oh, he pissed me off so bad when he was talking about how he's now different with this new wife than he was with the last. And
they always are.
Yeah, but they're not really different. They're older, their dick don't work as well, and the testosterone isn't as much as the estrogen in these later years. So then it becomes, I need to calm the fuck down. My daddy did the same.
Exactly. They just know what to try. They know what to try.
Mm-hmm.
My pa was not a cheater, but he was abusive. But the abuse lessened over the years, and then it almost seemed as if my mother had in some ways softened him. Versus now you just can't fight in the same way anymore. But if you could, then you would have still been the same nigga. And I think it's the same thing for Clifton Powell. Yeah, he talking all of that good shit right now, but that's only because you don't want to be alone. And you know the value of women that actually love you and care about you now that you've played through, being attractive or being famous. Once you play through that, you're now scared when you get older that those other women aren't going to want you. So, or not really care about you in the same way. So then it becomes, oh, let me act right with this woman because I'm about to die. That's basically what
I need somebody to change my diapers here pretty soon.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just like when I be looking at they be talking all of that shit about Karuchi and Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders been wearing out good women for decades, and he just now getting with Karuchi, who is willing to be a beautiful nurse. And y'all hoes sitting up there talking about they have a great relationship. Girl, she's a nurse. She's a nurse.
No, did you see the video clip where Karuchi said that God put her in his life in order for him to experience new things?
She always thinks she's saving a nigga. That's the same thing she talked about with Janla when she got with Chris Brown, because you saw all of the signs and you thought you would be different. I can't stand I thought I was gonna be different ass bitch. Ugh.
Yeah, that's definitely how it went.
Ouch. That hurts. I did want to say this real quick. I felt like Clifton Powell was trying to talk about the traumas or our history of traumas that was passed down to us as to why we deal with a lot of the issues that we have today. And I think that may have been his excuse for a very long periodical time. That's why I love when Joseph was like, yeah, in the sense, we got all that, okay? But at some point, we got to be accountable for our own. Okay, so go to therapy.
When Luke James said it was weak.
Say what?
When Luke James was saying nobody could push me away from my woman. That's some weak ass shit. That's how that conversation started. Well, when Luke James saying that it's weak for you to let somebody push you out of your household and away from your woman, because you couldn't push me away from mine. And the truth of the matter is that's not what really happened. So that's another reason why I got pissed off with Clifton Powell, because y'all hear that shit from these ignorant ass niggas and y'all run with it. When the truth of the matter is that is not the case. The reason why they pushed them niggas out the household because they didn't want to marry those women. They wanted to be laid up with those women and have those women be on the government dime. And the government said, no, nigga, if you're going to be fucking her, you need to either marry her or take her off of the government system.
Very true.
Which is honestly bullshit, because y'all know, I don't know if y'all know, but I've said it over and over again. I'm a socialist. I feel like the bare minimum of shit, which is shelter and food, and I don't think people should have to pay for that. Like, not, especially not the way y'all make it, to where y'all go and privatize water, and now you got people paying into a family for decades for fucking water. And then you make it illegal for people to catch rainwater, so they have to be dependent upon your water system. Yeah,
I love that you clocked that, because it is so interesting how, like, the government effed up. Yes, just like a lot of these people out here, right? The government's messed up. But instead of calling the men to the front, well, if you want her so bad, you love her, you want to be with her, then just marry her. Instead, it's the government.
mm-hmm.
The government created situations to push the husband out the house so the lady could get the Section 8, this, that, and the other. Now, I do feel like they definitely had a hand in that crack era, though. That definitely
affected. Oh, for sure.
Oh,
I mean, some of the stuff,
mass incarcerations and stuff,
but did you
definitely played a role. But with the Section 8, I agree with.
You know what he sounded like? Okay, it sounded like he walked in there with a defeatist ass attitude. It sounded like he did, because while some of the stuff you saying is true, you don't know the shit that Black women been through.
No, and Black women have been holding that shit together. The whole movie Claudine was about how that lady had all them fucking kids. Them niggas will come into her life, promise her shit, and then leave her dry with a whole bunch of kids to take care of on her own. So the only thing she could do was get on government assistance. And then here come a new nigga that you want to try to add all of your shame and your guilt onto her. But she still has to take care of all of these fucking children, because especially back then, 70s, there wasn't birth control available like that. So women are stuck having children because there is no other choice. You know what I'm saying? At large. And,
Really?
you know, abortions weren't really that safe. So yeah, and you know, the religious aspect. So I could see how back then it's still harder for women, and y'all niggas still, because I have grandparents. I have, you know what I'm saying, men who stuck it out regardless. And, you know, whatever happened. But those of y'all that went to the store for bread or for some cigarettes and never came back, fuck y'all. Like, what are you talking about? You punked out. Like Luke James said, like the other man said, it's a lot of puss-ass men out here that could not handle the responsibilities that they entered into. And instead of trying to figure out a way to still be there and help the woman, but have some freedom, you know, they just up and left, and Ginger was like, fuck you and these kids, bitch. I'm about to go and start a new family somewhere with another bitch.
Not really. I can't take it no more. It's too much.
I want to listen to this one. I just want to play this one real quick. Let me get this one. This is Conscious Lee sharing his thoughts on it. So let's see what he has to say.
Like, hey, respect her, bro. That's so and so, little sister. Hey, respect her, bro. That's so and so. So it's really thinking about how us as men, in terms of accountability, we really don't even have a good transition from objectification to fatherhood, because you've been a fucker for 20 years, and now you don't want to be a fucker no more. Now you want to be a father, because we don't have that accountability to think about the like how we are taught to objectify women. And I know in our conversations it'd be like, hey, you can get respect from the homies based off how you get down on a bitch.
Yes. Yeah.
To be real. You can get capital, popularity, preference based off of how you're able to dominate and objectify other women. So then when I come into the conversation and I want to talk about progression of women, we start to have different, I'm going to say pathology, different ways that stigma taps into it. And I think one of those is us being very critical about how we relate to women that's not related to us. Like, how do you respect women that's not your sister, that's not your mama, that's not your, you know what I'm saying? We start to think about how we only think about.
Conscious Lee was on point. I kind of wanted him to talk more, but he let everybody else kind of get their stuff off a bit more. But if you guys get a chance to check it out, y'all should, and come back over here and leave your thoughts and stuff about how y'all felt. Did y'all have anything to say about that clip? Or?
Consciously made a great point. About it all for real. I like him. People always trying to act like, oh, he ain't, but I like him. I like him. I like the smart niggas. The smart niggas be knowing what they talk. And he remind me of my cousin. So yeah. Now, I be feeling consciously a lot of the times about the things that he says and like this understanding of the history of it in a way that other people don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with what he said. Especially when he called out how do they treat women who they're not related to, because it goes back around to the conversation we had a couple weeks ago where I had mentioned how many straight male friends I had, and I couldn't really name any really, but and that's just prime example of how men will treat women when they don't want to go after something that's not romantic. Are you respectful? Do you actually want to forge a real relationship and just care for another person? So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to check out the rest of it, but it seemed like it was a good conversation.
Is it bad that I think Cam Newton should go sit at this table? Because
No,
I'm thinking about
he
the
needs to get lit the
platonic.
fuck up.
Yeah, the platonic
Yeah.
of it all. You can't be mutual friends with somebody because you got the idea to want to smash her.
He needs to hear it from people he's gonna respect, because he doesn't respect women, so he's not gonna hear it from them. But yeah, no, he needs to go and talk to people, because I was just like, I get that, men have that idea in their minds, but most men that I know there is so much value in having women as friends. First of all, women are more dependable than men. And number two, having relationships with women keeps men grounded in what's going on. And I've always known. So like, because I've always been very close and been like BFFs with some nigga, I know that his connection to me helps him and how to deal with women. Even though he's not fucking me, just his relationship with me helps him have a better grasp on how to deal with other women. So like the fact that Cam doesn't get that, it just shows how slow he is. Like it shows that you are not growing as a man, which is insane because you have way too many children for this level of adolescence to still be in your mind.
Yeah, every time we discuss Cam, I can't help but use the word animalistic. I've never used that word so much in life. Like he is the textbook definition to me of like an animalistic man. It's
Yeah, they need to get him on the table immediately, child.